Greetings, Earthlink. What's today's date?
Hi, it is 4:11.
411 or 11.4 in Europe. So we're going to do a review of Lubomir Arsov's movie Kingdom, and we'll watch it now, and then we'll do a review of it. And it's a very interesting movie that talks about the sign of the times we're in, and how we might recover from them. Is that exciting?
Yeah.
So he had it come out on Eclipse Day, which was 8.4 in Europe, the 8th, the 4th, the 8th, the 8th of the 4th month, 8th day of the 4th month. So 84 is 42 for me and 42 for you. So that's the secret of the universe, 42. And it's when one person is for you to the other person. So 84 is a very good number. So even though everyone is scared of the eclipse, it revealed the truth of 84. When a man and a woman are 42 or for you, for each other. So happy Eclipse Day and happy review day of the movie Kingdom on 411 Information Day. Enjoy the show, and we'll see you after the movie.
Yes. I'm looking forward to the ride.
So the movie seemed to be representing the air and what's going on in the air in our world.
Yeah, there are a lot of suggestions and things going on in the air.
So it seems like the air has all the power to hold the messages and contain the minds or direct minds. So we see how that ended up driving people crazy, being contained in that manner.
Yeah.
So in these scenes, everybody seems to have one mind.
Yes, they're repeating a message.
But at the same time, when you have everyday conversation with people, everyone seems to have their own independent mind.
Yeah, they do. So,
So it seems like the messenger can control whether they're independent minded or unified minded.
I see, yeah.
So the memes work both ways. They can totally pull you in both directions. It's where you don't know what to be unified on and what to be separated on.
Yeah, get confused.
Has it been many decades that you've had TV in your mind?
Oh, yeah. As long as I can remember.
So that's a lot of decades then. So for these young people today, they're born into a world where everybody they know or meet has a TV head.
Yeah, mine's been 6 decades.
Well, that's a lot of time for people to get used to the idea that everyone is repeating the box.
Yeah.
So we can discover this by acknowledging that it's taking place and then making a firm decision that we're going to react to it. It seems everybody wants to be needed, and having memes and some grind to work on can give a sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, I think it has.
So when we look at the word meme, it's a short form of the word mnemonics, which means repetitions. But look at the word meme. How's it spelled?
Has me and me in it.
So it's almost saying the phrase me, me.
Right.
So meme is really a cry out from each of us to each other to be needed, heard, or embraced.
Yeah.
So from the time we're born, we have the TV on all the time, but we also have real people with real voices in our head all the time, like the people closest to us.
Yeah, so you have both.
So we get a personal relationship with the people closest to us, and we have a sense of trust or reliance on their words and the way they say things are.
I think so.
So if they set limits or say there are limits, we may come to believe that, especially if our peers also agree with that.
Right.
So it's like George said in the movie, it's not a lie if you believe it. So if everyone looks at the same memes at the same time and then repeats the same memes to each other at the same time, that becomes the reality. So even though it's not what's actually happening in front of your face, by this type of repetition, it can become the truth to you. So even if it is a bold-faced lie, to yourself, it's not a lie if you believe it.
That's what happens.
So we're all symbiotic to the system that we've created. So we're all mimicking each other and mimicking the artificial system that's surrounding us. But it's not what's happening right in front of us. So if we keep our blindfolds on, then we won't see what's happening right in front of us. So we'll take one of us to pull our blindfold off and have a direct look at what's happening in front of us. And we need that person to be strong and of conviction in order for it to work. Because only they can go all the way and face their demons and expose all the truths that are underneath all of the lies. So, how many people want to take their blindfold off? Do they hear the knock at the door?
I think that the knock at the door is always there.
So we all have a quiet little voice inside ourselves somewhere.
Yeah.
And is it telling all of us to take our blindfold off and have a solid look at what's going on right in front of us?
Yeah, it is.
So if it ever became a trend, then our strength would be unmeasurable.
Yeah. And one of the benefits of mimicry is that if you see a hero who's facing the music, then we can say to ourselves that we want to do the same.
So since we love to repeat things, if we see a real life hero in front of us that's facing the music and claiming the power of their heart, then being the mimics that we are, we'll want to repeat that.
Right. Yes, and once we face the music, we can start the detox.
And the detox means removing the toxins. So we'd be amazed at what our body can hold unless we count the entities that are in there. And there's so many trillions upon trillions, we would probably run out of time trying to count them all. So if it can hold all those entities, it could hold a lot of muck too.
Right, and then we could see if the hero's doing it, then we could copy and see that,
knowing that it's possible.
knowing that it's possible.
Right, so if the hero faces the music, recognizes the value of his self, and then starts to remove his toxins, then their neighbors, his neighbors, will also want to do the same. In this scene, the hero seems to be ready and strong enough and confident enough to face the demon or the ultimate demon of his own power head on, face on.
Yes. They made it look like the dark, evil shadow self. So it turns out that the shadow self is you. Now you've faced all the elements of who you are, and you can come out detoxed and the hero.
Well, they always say Genesis is of the twins, so I think they meant of each person there's a duality or a twin. So we have an inside and an outside, and there's always this talk about the shadow self or the inner self or the soul, these types of words. So if there is an inner shadow self, this is what this scene is showing us, that their twin is their inner spiritual self, and they look exactly the same as them. They're actually the same person combined.
The next scene shows that the shadow person is the child of the self.
Or ourselves as a small child in real life, as we were as a small child when we first came to the world.
Yeah. And this scene shows that more and more of the child and the people are taking off their masks and facing the music.
So that's a natural outcome of our mimicry, is even though it's used to enslave us and entrap us, it also is the same exact tool that helps us reveal ourselves and claim our power.
And what is this scene showing?
Well, it's in the word money, my I, and in the all-seeing I, and in the God force, or the mysterious force of ice and fire being able to be merged, the mysterious force of our heart beating, the mysterious creation force that is inside every beating heart, and it's also the one and the many. So we see the one bursting into many, and that's a piece of the one is equal in each and every heart. So we see this unified field, and it's a unification at the same time, and it reminds us of our beginning or our inception. So in the phrase USA, we have an acronym for unity, then separations, then aggregations. So this would be an example of going from unified to separated to aggregated, of both unified and separated.
And when we recognize the common source of power that we have, it makes us humble.
And from that humility, we feel a deep sense of appreciation.
Click on the link below so that you can see all of the many more conclusions that we have and wrote about the movie Kingdom. And we hope you enjoyed the show.